And we is live.
Yeah.
Evening, ladies, gentlemen.
Hi,
Hope
Lisa.
everybody
Hi, Lisa.
is well.
Hi, Lisa.
So, what we all been up to this week, guys?
Not a great deal this
Hi,
week.
Mel.
Hi, Mel.
Hi, Mel.
Been lucky.
Wait,
So you had a rugby sevens tournament today.
Hi,
That
Hanky.
they got four. Hi, Steve.
Yep, Steve.
Out of about 8 teams in the under 15 category.
Yeah.
A couple of injuries. But I think they enjoyed it. First time they'd ever played sevens.
I want to say a couple of injuries. That's doing well.
Only a couple.
Yeah.
Tell them to try harder. They need to injure. They need to injure more of the
If
opposing
your leg's
team.
not dangling at the bone, you got a problem.
Theo was yellow carded for a slightly high tackle that he reacted to when the person reacted. So he was sent off for 2 minutes.
Well,
So
they'll
apart from
learn.
that, yeah, the person sort of dipped, which meant he got him a bit high.
It happens.
Yeah,
Heat of the moment stuff, innit? It's
What's a little different
yeah.
than that to then, you got the NFL players that face mask guys can grab them and throw them into the ground. Yeah, that's a little bit more determined of,
oh, I could tell you some horror.
That's not really accidental.
I want to say, the thing is, what happens in American football is nothing to what happens on a rugby pitch.
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. As far as like intent and doing it on purpose versus, like I said, he accidentally attacked him too high, that being what it is. These idiots do it on purpose. Oh, I got fined $100,000 for doing whatever.
Hey, Lee.
They don't care, and that's ridiculous to me.
Help, Lee.
Hi, Lee.
Shocking news. Hanky is currently horny. Just thought you'd let you all know on that one. Just
I think that says horror.
I was trying to ignore it.
Whatever prep message he's sending you, Matt, there you go.
Scary. It's scary at the times, believe me.
But
Anybody bought anything this week?
Maybe.
Vape related.
Actually, yes, I did. No, somebody had the 30 for $30 this morning, so I picked that up. I'm mad though. They had the fucking Regenesis kit, the full kit with the RDA. The post up for a half hour. It was already sold. They wanted $75 for it for the whole combo. I wish I would have picked up in a heartbeat. You can't find that over here anywhere.
Help, Jay. You all right, Martin?
Good to see you too, Martin. Hey, G.
Yeah, so the parcel that I had that was delivered the other day, that should have been delivered prior to Vapor Expo, which ended up going elsewhere in the country, ended up back at eSig 1, and then was sent to me at home. So, yeah. Which was ordered at the same time. I ordered that setup.
Oh, he's back on Tommy.
And still didn't order the glass packs, but I picked up 2 glass packs at Vapor Expo. Yeah, that's all the Tommy I've got left.
Because Craig being Craig is guaranteed at some point during the week to break one of them. It's guaranteed.
Yeah, especially when one of the kids goes, "Hey, that's new too." No, it's not. Oh shit.
The only reason I broke the other one was because I dropped something on it. It's been a while since I broke it.
Well, you didn't drop it. You dropped something on it.
Yeah, it was a passenger.
Yeah, it was on the passenger seat and it bounced. I thought I had put one on the passenger seat, then put the other one on the passenger seat, and it bounced and hit the glass.
It was his current order from ESIG 1 that broke his last order from ESIG 1.
He forgot to put it in the boot. Okay.
And I have definitely going to upset the postman this week.
What'd you order?
Yes, you are.
4 gallons of VG.
Oh, the DHL driver was upset enough with 3 gallons of VG.
Even when I buy 1 gallon and then, two. So I just do a gallon of PG and VG when I get stuff. And then, just bottles and stuff. They don't like you very much. They let the package awfully far down the driveway.
Oh, you bastard, Lee. You complete and utter bastard. I like that.
That's nice.
That's conflicting there, Matt. Yeah.
What, that he's a bastard?
And that you like what he sent you.
He is a bastard.
Okay, that's freaking cool.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. I'm sure Lee's bought something else while he was there as well.
I'm pretty sure he is, from what Lisa was saying earlier.
It's like me going to the Vapor Expo and saying I'm not going to spend much money.
Yeah, even though you budget this amount, take that with you. But you seem to have the card just in that perfect spot of the wallet where it pops itself out and pays for things for you. Then you have the cash left over, so you got to buy more stuff to use the cash.
Well, I spent most of the cash, and especially since I bought that a few days before as well, and bought another one at Vapor Expo.
Well, it is shiny, Hanky, and it has got red bits on it, but I won't.
And it's definitely horny.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, Lisa, it's nobody's business what you guys spend.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff goes towards the channels.
Well, like people before, when you're going to do stuff, it's like, as long as you're not putting yourself to a point financially and you're skinned so bad you can't afford your regular bills, buy what you want to buy. It's not,
Yeah. And Hanky, base related.
Wow, the G-Spot announced itself this time.
Lee's bought a gnome in a little bag. It's either that or a guitar.
Put Vic back.
Whoa. There was no need for that. I fiddle. Oh, dear. So, no vape news this week. Really, nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
Just over here, you've got just more of the FDA going behind the scenes and trying to change laws like they always do so wonderfully. After the fact, retroactively change all the laws so that what you did to follow the laws you don't follow the law anymore. So
Hi, William.
Hey, William.
Yeah, you've also got McCarry actually being sacked as well.
Have you take just the people being sacked out of it? Have you seen how many people in the U.S. government of every level in the last 2 weeks has just I think I'm going to quit by?
That's not just in America, is it? It's here as well that it's going.
Really?
Oh,
yeah. I'll say, dude, people are quitting their jobs left, right, and center here, and it's people that make they make politician money. They make good fucking money.
Yeah. The thing is, mate, it's the same as in America as here. These people, these politicians, as much as we slag them off, maybe some of them are actually finally starting to get a little bit of a conscience and thinking.
I've been watching a lot of the interviews that my assistant's been doing with these politicians and asking them the same question, but you get different responses, obviously, depending on which side they're on. It's so funny. People there's a visceral reaction. No more political, we're going to try and word things this way. And, no, that he's a fucking idiot. They're doing stupid shit, and they're just saying it. They're done even trying to censor themselves. Why should you? I mean, the president's walking around saying, look at the last thing. What was it? Another interview he had at the White House. All the press is there and starts telling a woman because she asked a question that she was stupid and was it stupid and ugly or something like that and everything. You know, I don't get it. How are you in office doing things like this? This is not a political leader's talk. Yeah, he's running away, man.
Yeah, I do have one thing to say though. Midas Touch, which generally speaking has been good for keeping us informed, pissed me off royally with his rant about flavors being for children. No, they're fucking not. That pissed me off.
Well, you know what? It wasn't the fact that he said it. Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Bill.
Because that was literally the Parents Against Vaping bullshit.
Well, that's it. He is so well researched for that channel. So well researched. Everything is backed up. I feel like he pulled that one off of, we said, Parents Against Vaping's fucking cover page and said, I'll use that today. You know, instead of actually looking into it properly.
Yeah, it does look it does look that way. I don't know whether he did, but it does look that way.
That's how it
I don't worry about what he puts out because he does back it up with, you know, very factual statements and this and that where you can find the links to the actual information. That's fine. But that I don't.
But that one, I had to post a comment and say, look, go and do some more research because this isn't anything to do with kids.
No, it's control and money.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it's like Grimm did his piece on it and said about, you know, we've got a bit of a reprieve with what's going on at the minute. Yes.
Ish.
I'm not even leaning that way until we get some serious like things in law that are signed, and you know, I'm not even gonna lean that way because it can go back the other way so quick.
You have got a reprieve, but really, it's only because he stood down.
Was it? But why though? Why is there a reprieve? What the
McCarvey
always got a background plan. So what are they doing in the background? They're like, oh yeah, go ahead and you. Okay, yeah, it's a hot button issue. It's a hot thing for, you know, people to want to talk about.
Let's put it this way. But nothing is going to change while Trump is in power at the moment.
Yeah.
In America with vaping, because Trump's in so much more trouble with every other thing that's going on.
Oh.
So the vaping side of it it's a minute thing.
But the same, because it's a hot button topic though in society, he can bring that up, and to him it's minute. It doesn't matter. A yes or no doesn't matter. But if you can get maybe even 0.5% of everybody that doesn't like you to like you a little bit because you pass them, they have a hand in.
I'm more worried by
pulling strings so much right now, trying to grasp to any kind of people liking him he can.
At the moment, with I'd be more worried in America with how racism seems to be becoming far more of a big thing.
What I've been looking at it, I can't think it's becoming a bigger thing. I think it's becoming more of a upfront thing. I think it's being, the things that have been happening for a long time are being seen a lot more and talked about a lot more now because it's nothing really new. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are certain bits that are new where, we shouldn't be quartering people in the fucking courtyard. We're not doing this shit again.
I mean, you can see how stupid
these things are headed. It's horrible.
How stupid these comments are when you've got people coming out with shit like, well, we were the first people here. No, you fucking weren't. Well, we didn't want black people here. Well, why did you bring them into America as black slaves?
Yeah.
That's how you started.
Quite literally.
But now you don't want black people. We want to get rid of all black people, all Mexican people, anybody who isn't a white person.
Well, because back then they're thinking, well, we need to have, it's the Aryan mindset. Let's try to have everything be one way, And at one point in the beginning of history, when there was slavery, in their head, it was okay they were here because there was a class difference. There was, they were up here, they were here, and that's, that was fine.
They were slaves.
Closer to fucking equality and where it should be, and people being just people. Now we don't want you here.
Yeah.
So.
It has got a lot worse. It has got a lot worse.
I mean, mate, you have these idiots going on. Well, we invented as a culture, as a race, we invented this and this in history. Really? Did you? Go back and open a book and tell me the fact that everything you probably just named, at least half that had a black inventor, a Chinese inventor, whatever it happens to be. You know what I mean? But it ain't this narrow mindset of, oh, we're the only ones that are doing it. No, you're not.
I still think you say Chinese, I've got to say about, the Chinese president came over.
Oh, that was...
And he said the only thing he could come out with about China was, I like Chinese food. I mean, so do I. But it's the Chinese president.
When it was the last time when he came over, when I believe it was Obama in office, he came over here. But no. If you, Mr. Cheeto Man, you want to talk, you got to come over to our side.
I like Chinese food. Yeah, well, that's great. That's so do many people, and I've got anything against it.
But unless you go to little Chinatown in some of the bigger cities, what you're getting as Chinese food wouldn't be recognized by anybody from China.
I'll say that's like saying that is Chinese food as Tex-Mex is authentic Mexican food.
I'm surprised he didn't come out with that to the Chinese president. I like tacos.
I mean, it could have been worse. He could have been, I like cats. No.
Don't go there, Donald. No.
That's what I was thinking as well, Lee.
We are not doing Monty Python sing along.
That's what I've had running through my head as well.
See, if these data centers keep going and we get full-on, blackouts, at least Trump will have a way to get around just 2 coconut halves and him walk around with Vance,
What, with Vance with 2 coconut halves?
No, that's how he had to get over to China for this last meeting. Outside the Chinese embassy, we are here to talk about war.
Master say,
where can I put my horse? You don't have a horse. You have 2 coconuts.
President say, go fuck self.
Your mother was a hamster. Your father smelled of elderberries. Now go away.
All right, she'll taunt you some more. You stupid.
The Chinese chairman of whatever.
And you guys see, because he had people go over there with him. There's the footage of them in the Grand Hall or wherever they're having the meeting at. These idiots are walking around pointing at shit. I've never seen things like that. That's a wall. That's a ceiling. That's pretty.
We need to build one of those. We can't, sir. You've kicked all the Mexicans out.
Best part. After you had them tear down the part of the White House for the ballroom, lost funding, gained funding, lost funding, got rid of whoever you thought you could, and now you can't have it built either way because nobody wants you to do it, and you have no one to do it.
That's good. That's a good deal, what is, William? Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Good RDAs. Good RDAs.
You see why I was mad when I missed that combo this morning. Because I said $75 for the RDA and the Mac as a combo. That you can't really beat that, especially over here. They're more than that new.
Yeah. I like the regen RDA. Got a couple of them.
See, I wanted to get the Mac because I like the way it looks. It's honestly ergonomically, depending on how your hands are on it, it's probably not that comfortable. But
I like some Death Wish stuff. I just find some of their Macs a bit overpriced for what they are.
Well, like the that last one that Cathil they came out with, that was basically a knockoff of the one that Mike Vapes did. I mean, it's basically the same thing. It's just a single tube box.
If you're into like the skulls and all of the rest of it, yeah, they're cool. I think Mech's performance wise is pretty much the same as most other stuff.
For the most part. I mean, it depends though. We talked about it before. I mean, I'm going to trust whatever what I want on this Kennedy. I'm not going to grab a Bogan mech and put anything below 0.25 on it. So
nice one, Michael. He's on a roll this week, hasn't he? He won that deal with the knife.
Oh yeah,
with the knives. Then he's won that.
So, Mike, how many accounts do you have on YouTube right now that you're entering these giveaways into?
Mike seems to be he seems to be entering everything and winning it.
Yeah, fair do.
Yeah. Fair dues to him. I like the knives that he got. He sent me a picture of those.
Oh, they came in?
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Very, very nice. He's got a lot of money's worth there. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'll say just from what he was saying, they were sending him. I explained when he said he wanted to give away. I figured a thing here, maybe one of the knives and something else. He's like, yeah, they're sending me this and that and the other. It's like, oh, you did good.
If Bill's going to be singing, we're going to have to do it pay-per-view.
We don't have enough money to pay them to view it.
Yeah, you fucking spoiled it, don't you? Bill sings YMCA.
Bill does not sing YMC fucking A.
He knows the dance, though.
Problem is, he does the Y and then it back goes out. Well, you see, Bill, you spell with your body.
I can't. My shoulders won't move.
I said he gets to the Y and his back goes down and he falls over.
Talking of singing, has anybody... I'm going to wind somebody up in chat now. Has anybody else listened to the new Anthrax track?
Is there one to listen to?
Yes.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, sorry, G. Now, is it a track or did the album come out?
Oh, no. Yes, Lee. Yes. Bill dressed as a brownie singing in the Brownies. That I would pay. I would pay to see Bill do that, though.
You haven't got enough money.
How?
Oh, no, and it's bad. Oh, I was so afraid after all this time they were going to release shit. It was going to be so overhyped. It was going to be shit no matter what they did.
It came out the other night, and us three were talking. Me, Lee, G, were chatting in our little messenger, and it came out, and I listened to it, and it was like, okay, oh,
that's not good. After all this time, that is not good to have that just
before I even said anything, G was like, it's shit. G was not a happy bunny the other night.
I was going to say, it's not a bad song. It's just not worth the wait.
I agree, G.
They created so much, hype and tension over not getting released for so long. It doesn't matter if it's fantastic even. People are going to be underwhelmed over it.
The new Evanescence track that came out last night is way better.
I've not heard the new Evanescence track yet.
I didn't know there was new one coming out. I need to look at that later.
It's shit for Anthrax, though, G. It really is. It's just well below par.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't listen to them, a whole lot, but it's one of those, I was really hoping for everybody who actually likes the band's sake that it was going to be decent when they started releasing stuff. You don't want it to be bad, but you had a feeling it was going to be.
It was not good. It's not good enough to justify the time.
Yeah.
I've got a good band for Tyler to listen to.
What now?
Well, I can't say the name of the band on here.
That's concerning.
Well, think what would be very, very offensive and probably get me kicked off YouTube.
There's a few.
Think of the words that they could be.
Right.
2 4-letter words.
I can think of something, but I probably shouldn't say.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, see you next time.
Well, the See You Next Tuesday is one of them. And the other one's Anal. That's the one, eh?
Who's that by?
That is the band.
Oh, that is the band? Okay. It sounded like it was going to be a like exploited track or something along those lines.
How would you explain that band and Seth Putnam? A drug-induced car crash. And considering Seth was actually quite an intelligent guy, but his music was...
Dude, they were from Massachusetts?
It was like a lot of LSD, and I think this is a good idea when it's really not.
Wow. Like in the moment, under the influence, it sounds amazing. Later, we probably shouldn't have recorded that.
I should have. I've had a listen to it, Martin, and I quite like that track. I don't mind some symphonic metal. And I quite like this new track because it feels to me like they finally, Evanescence have kind of moved on a bit from the earlier, because they went through a stage of kind of the first few sort of albums came out and they stuck with a format and everything sounded the same.
They pulled the Nickelback, line. Let's keep something that works. We're going to keep it real similar to that.
It works. We're just going to stick with that.
The first 3 commercial release albums, after that, they did nothing of any note for years.
Yeah. I think they might have done with this one, G. I think this new track, I think they might have finally found their sort of new style, if you like.
I mean, if it works for them and it sounds proper when they all do it, don't see a problem changing your style as long as you're not going to try and money grab out of it, which I don't see them doing.
They're a good band. They've always been a good band.
I've listened to them for years. Oh yeah.
It kind of goes into that thing. It's kind of like the Linkin Park thing. I've never been a Linkin Park fan. Even though as a lyricist,
they've got a couple songs that were my childhood, era. They stuck for what they were. Past that, I see what you're saying, though. Outside of their lyrics and outside of just their general music, it depends what style you really want to listen to.
I totally
get them on every day.
People grew up with it, so like Linkin Park, it was part of their childhood, or they identified with it. Yeah, cool. It's cool.
Yeah, you make fun of Green Day.
I do, mate. I make fun of lots of bands, and people may probably make fun of me about the stuff I listen to. So that's fine. I don't care. Listen to what you want to listen to. Just
that's what pissed me off was Jen Majura is actually a really good guitarist.
Yeah.
So why did they produce so much shite with her?
Exactly, G. Green Day, good.
Hold on.
By the time we got to Nimrod, after that,
because that was what, 1 or 2 after the American Idiot album.
No, Nimrod was before
Was it before
American
that?
Idiot.
It's been that long. It's been years and years. But
it's kind of like even Limp Bizkit, right? There's even Limp Bizkit albums that I like.
And again, you're going back to the early stuff, though.
But it's got to be the early stuff.
Right.
The early stuff of Limp Bizkit was class. Some of it was real fucking...
Well, so you remember, was it 2-3 years ago when I went to Incarceration, they were there as the headliners the one day, right? First off, I didn't care if they were there or not, honestly. The only songs they did that really, like, you know how crowd is. You're going to get the response from your crowd if your song is what people want to listen to or not.
Yeah.
The biggest responses were their oldest songs. Like, they waited for the end of their set for their original songs.
Yeah. But
yeah, that sums up Limp Bizkit, G. They're an incredible band.
I like that.
Fred Durst.
I like that.
The rest of the band are really, they're incredible musicians. Really fucking are. And I agree with what Martin said. It's like we banter about music and take the piss out of each other. But these people who are, you should only listen to death metal from 1981 to 1982 in July. Shut the fuck up. I'll listen to what I want to listen to.
I mean, I love my playlist because it's so random. Like you will literally have EDM dubstep. The next song will be country, then a rap song, then some old heavy dark metal. Then you got some old school, 80s and 90s punk music. You're not going to get any consistency. It's going to jump around a lot. But that's how I listen to music.
Definitely, Jay.
Oh.
I must admit, there is a tour that's been announced that it means going into the Darklands if I want to go see it. Puscifer are doing another tour.
Not Manchester.
Manchester, they're playing Manchester Academy again.
Down, you Mancunian scum, down.
I might have to give it a miss.
I'll say, but you do the same story every time you go out that way for a show. It was a great show, but fuck, I don't want to leave the venue because as you're outside the venue, you're in Manchester again.
Well, just remember this. Yeah. Remember this. He said, I'm not going there. I'm not going. But next week's show, I'm going to book the tickets.
I was going to say, well, I got the ticket already. Yeah. Yep.
I was going to say, I've got a pre-order
already. Yeah, he's already got a pre-order, see?
I've even got a pre-order code for when they go on sale early.
Now, have you bought the T-shirt already as well? So you have it before you go?
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
The band put on an amazing show. It's in Manchester.
Yeah, but you know what it is, especially with the roadie side of things. It's because it's easier to travel to these places. Manchester,
the venue
the venue's easy to get to.
Mm.
Manchester,
Well, it's got to be kind of frustrating too, because you're going to see a band you like. There's obviously people that are also going because they like the band, same way. But then you realize, wait, I like the same band as people that live in Manchester.
I would say the worst places to go really see any bands are O2 in London.
Yeah.
As much as I'm a Londoner, love London, but O2, it's a shithole to get to, and is it expensive?
Oh yeah.
O2, NEC, Birmingham, the same. It's a shithole. And you will pay a fortune for parking, as Bill well and truly knows. Alan know that. The parking there is.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at, if you go to Expo, what is it, about 20 quid now to park?
Yeah. If not more, 20 quid. Yeah.
Yeah, but what pissed me off was the disabled parking was 14 quid.
Yep. I got the parking. You know where Expo is? You've got the big green circle, and you can have a scooter to go around Expo, which I did that one year. And you put it up in like one of the buildings, and you get a scooter, and then you ride the scooter across and go into the Expo. It's still like 14, 15 quid from there.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the point?
No, I'm assuming they charge you to rent the scooter as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, the scooters to hire at Expo are
That's what I was getting at. How bad are those?
It's about 20 quid a day, 25 quid a day.
I think it was 25 quid to hire it, and then you have to pay a deposit on top.
What, are you going to drive it down the highway and take it home?
I was going to say,
take that back. I've seen people doing it literally on the road this morning, driving them across the main road. So, you know.
I said, when I went to Birmingham Arena, the one good thing about catch you later, Jay. The one good thing about using the disabled parking was the first store I came to was the disabled access, and we were allowed in 40 minutes early. Which meant we didn't have queues to get merch or anything else.
Yeah. Were the St. Louis open? So you can go get your merch at that time when you got in?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was all accessible as soon as we got in. But they opened the disabled access 40 minutes before the rest.
Which, I mean, technically they should do.
Which is actually pretty good because you don't get bobs or bumped out the way with everyone trying to get in at the one time. Yeah.
Yeah. And you weren't using the main doors.
Some of the best venues are like the old ones. Some of the old places, the old venues. Like, I mean, you've got Newcastle. Newcastle's got what, 4, 5 places?
4. Newcastle's got 4 old school venues, and it's got the arena as well.
Sheffield has got quite a few still.
Yeah.
Leeds. Yeah. I don't particularly like Leeds, but
we could tell a little bit, man. Just a little bit of the tone in that,
I don't particularly like Leeds, but I'm going to one gig in Leeds because I'm going to see Little Angels at Town and Country.
Not really a fan of Leeds people. I just, yeah.
But Newcastle, I mean, if a gig's playing Newcastle City Hall, I'm there because as a venue, it's fantastic, and it has always been fantastic. Great atmosphere, good venue, well-positioned stage.
That's why I like going to Blossom up here. But the issue is, the venue's fine. Is the dome that the stage under getting kind of, well, you don't play too loud, it's going to fall down a piece on your head? Yeah, kind of. But it's all the pavilion seating is just under that dome. Everything else is all open lawn seating. You sit where you want. It's closer spar, whatever. It's weather-wise is usually pretty decent. The issue is where the parking is compared to where the venue is, because you've got. I mean, it just got to be a good 15, 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
From the parking to the venue.
Sounds like the Hammersmith Odeon.
Oh no! The best part is whenever the shows end, and maybe being that it's mostly lawn seating, everybody is going at the same time. No one's gonna, they want to get out first. So you've got an hour and 15 wait minimum once you get to your car just to get out because you're waiting and stop, lines just trying to get out.
Well, one of the last concerts I went to in London, I went to see Motorhead at the Hammersmith Odeon. And
yeah, I've seen Motorhead at Hammersmith Odeon.
And when you stood there with your pint,
oh, you're talking about that, the plaster.
And you've got bits of plaster in your beer, it's like
adds body.
Adds body to it, yeah.
A little bit of fiber,
Well, it was never meant to be that place was never meant to be used as a rock concert venue.
Yeah. No, it was musical.
It was a musical. I mean, it goes back to like sort of the sort of turn of the century. It's an old building.
I was going to say it's late Victorian, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a beautiful place.
But for what they're doing with it, it's falling apart.
You got Motorhead turn up, and let me go, hey, we'll turn it up. No, don't turn it up. It'll fall down.
Yeah, but Newcastle City Hall, before they refurbed it,
that was old.
It's an old building.
Yeah.
They've completely redone inside, though, so that the plaster doesn't fall off anymore. Hey up, Steve.
Hope you're well, Steve. Yeah, a lot of these places now are getting.
Well, they're not being maintained. Well, I mean, getting them maintained, you can't do certain degrees, so you're going to do more damage than good, without just tearing big chunks of places down and losing the history. But when you got plaster falling into people's planks just trying to have a show, it might need a little bit of upkeep.
Well, no, the building's been. God, that place has seen some shows.
Hammersmith Odeon and
32 was it?
And
oh wow!
I say the Odeon and the Palais have both seen a lot of rock shows.
I mean, I've got probably probably 10 or 15 live albums from the Hammersmith.
Yeah.
So obviously Motorhead were played there, Queen played there, Akadaka played there.
Yeah.
Who else had played there? Oh, band we were talking about the other day, UFO.
But yeah, UFO played there a few times.
They were fucking loud.
Just a little bit.
Or one of those stops, if you're a US band or coming over that way for a tour, you're gonna have a stop there.
I'll put it this way: any American band that supported UFO was not going to survive.
No.
Certainly not in the 70s and 80s, because they were the hardest partying band in the business.
No, jeez.
They made Lemmy look like a saint.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They made Lemmy look like a saint.
Do you know the band that it happened? They formed. They even practiced. But they never released an album. Was Fastway.
Fastway did get an album, but they finished up. They only released an EP.
Yeah. It was one of those bands that was the perfect storm. I mean, look who you had.
Yeah, it was Pete Way and Fast Eddie Clarke.
I mean, what a combination. What a racket.
Yeah, but those two argued like hell because, let's face it, Pete Way could argue with his shadow. And
did.
Yeah.
Well, that's a very good question, Lee. How is Phil Mogg still alive? No, Bill and I talked about this, and we're not quite sure. I mean, Pete Way, Jesus Christ, Pete Way was started on heroin when he was 13.
Oh, wow.
And
yeah, a little early.
I think he was...
Shouldn't be anyway, but...
69 when he died, Pete?
Yeah, he was somewhere in that region, yeah. He
fell down. He fell down
long ago.
Well, the story is he fell down the stairs. He'd had a lot of health problems anyway, though, Pete. But
yeah,
I mean, Phil Moggy is now what, nearly 80.
Moggy's 78,
and he's still playing. How can this man who did that much drinking in his day still be on this planet? It's just unbelievable.
But I mean, Pete Way was 70 when he died, and he didn't die of a drugs overdose. How?
No, he just fell down the stairs. He'd had a heart attack He'd had heart attack, prostate cancer, and beaten both of them.
Yeah.
And then, bless him, had a fall and fell down the stairs and died from his injuries.
After everything he made it through.
I think from what I've read, I think he probably sustained some head injuries when he fell. I liked Pete. I thought he was brilliant. What a band!
Well, I mean, all of UFO though were just. It was either smack, speed, anything they could get their hands on, and alcohol.
Yeah. Well, you look at Pete.
Or basically all of them.
Well, Pete was doing all of them.
Yeah.
Especially in the 70s.
But so was Muggy in certainly by the mid-70s until the mid-80s, he was doing all of them.
Yeah, and somehow he survived it. I mean, he wasn't great with relationships, was he, Pete? He was only married 6 times.
Oh, only 6.
But by God, he did some good music.
But no, when Lemmy says, I'm not trying to keep up, you might be doing a bit.
Put the dog outside. Be right back, guys.
I mean, I know what the Raiders were like for UFO. Their personal riders were bigger than half the band's riders for other bands.
Oh, no, Pete was doing all of that, Martin. Don't worry. He was speedballing it. He was doing... I know it for a fact he was doing speedballs when he was taking fucking heart medication.
Yeah, because he was also taking... He was using nitro as well.
Yeah. It's beyond you when you look at it from like Martin's point of view, from like the doctor's point of view. How the fuck can somebody's bodies take that much abuse?
Which reminds me, I need to get a new TNG.
Well, you used the last one.
Used half of it, but it's out of date now. And it does have, once you crack the seal, it doesn't last all that long. But I do get the odd bout of angina still, so I've got to have it there.
Well, it could be worse. You could end up looking like a vagina like Tyler.
But
yep.
You know, it's that's the one. Well, no, because it's trinitroglycerin now. It's TNG. Because it's physically more stable than the old GTNs. I have to know what it says on the bottle so I can ask for it again. It's that I'll just ask for more heart spray.
You want some of that sprayy stuff?
Not the adhesive. Not the adhesive.
So that American who was always promoting jogging died of a heart attack whilst jogging.
That's irony for you, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He was the healthiest corpse in the whole cemetery. He wasn't that old either, was he?
No. We spend your entire life promoting jogging and health and fitness and then drop dead while jogging. I think it's quite comical myself, but...
Yeah, and to go back to what you said about heroin, I know if it's clean, heroin is a safe drug.
Not that we're promoting it.
Mm-hmm.
I occasionally have to take it for pain.
Well, yes, you take morphine, which is technically is heroin, but...
Yeah, but I also take high dose codeine, which also breaks down to heroin.
Yes.
Oh, chemically in the body.
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm saying we don't want people going out and trying heroin on your recommendation.
No, I'm not saying. You're deliberately being a twat, aren't you, Matthew?
I'm being obtuse.
Yeah, a twat.
Yes. Or as Americans call it, a twat.
Yeah, where do they get that pronunciation from?
Because over here, it is only used in a negative way.
Well, you are a twat.
Well, think about it. Same issue as word cunt, okay? People look at it as over, obviously, anywhere else in the world, outside of the States, anywhere else in the world. Dude, you've got like a half dozen meanings depending on how you say it. Same thing with twat. Grammatically, does it make sense to say, I twatted that twat in the twat? Yes, it does grammatically make sense. Would an American look at you funny? Yes, they would also look at you funny. But it's the same thing as, both words are pronounced differently over here because the stigma behind using them in general. So it feels, culturally wrong to even say the word to begin with. So it's turned to a different pronunciation. So it's even more abstract. It doesn't sound how everybody else says,
It's just complicated.
Which takes away its actual meaning.
Right.
It's just complicated, the word twat.
Which is an achievement.
But it made sense, though, in the scary bit, if you think about it properly.
The twat has just complicated the word.
Gosh. No, because we guys talked about it last week, or the week before, about how Americans pronounce certain, curse words, especially like that. And so I started just kind of listening. Well, I work in a Welsh check. There's not a good word comes out of everybody's mouth, anyways. So I started listening. So certain people will throw out, hard C's every now and then. Not usually, but you'll hear it. None of them say it right at all. The inflection's wrong. The how you actually stop at certain points in the word. None of it's right. And they sound stupid, like they're trying too hard. And I know how I sound.
Yeah.
If you're gonna say it, you say it with it, meaning behind it is what it's supposed to be, not just I'm saying this word because it's a word I shouldn't say.
That's a deep question, Martin. It begs another question medically. Why take drugs like fentanyl for surgeries or ketamine and animal tranquilizers for recreation?
Because it's probably easier to get people.
Because most people who take drugs are usually trying to escape reality.
when we've seen how many stories of, they start off here and get to here because eventually right here is not doing what they need. They
No,
think they need.
No. This is what you're told. This is what you're told. Is that the key way drugs? If you take cannabis, you'll end up on fucking crack cocaine.
Oh no, that's all.
No,
I feel like the line starts above that though. If it is an actual like proper theory on it, I believe it starts higher than that. It gets into like the harder narcotics, and then I can see it getting jumping around to other things.
People usually take drugs and become addicted, especially with like opiate based. There's two sides to it. There's the side of people who take it for pain relief, especially in America, because it was dished out so much, especially fentanyl and oxycodone, and they were giving it for broken leg or whatever.
Oh yeah,
and they were giving so much of it. That works wonders. That works really well. So they just keep taking it, and eventually that becomes an addiction, and it becomes a physical addiction to it.
And especially in like the really bad injury case, whether it's a car accident, whatever, where you are in a lot of pain, you do need something to help you with that. But if you have something that high a dose of that kind of medication for 2, 3, 4 months at a time, your body's gonna start going, oh, I need this now. This is part of who I am now.
The issue is, especially in America, is this is the country who went, well, morphine works well, but it's expensive. We can get fentanyl from China for a tenth of the price.
I was going to say less than a tenth of the price.
God knows how much stronger. 80% was what I've been told. 80% stronger than morphine.
And that was the original fentanyl, right? Not what they're supposedly working on now.
We'll give people fentanyl. That'll solve the oxycodone problem. It will, because you'll kill them all. And then you have the other side of it, which is the people who use drugs to get away from whatever mental traumas they've gone through, be that any sort of trauma that's happened in childhood or trauma that's happened in later life, through abuse or through all the other things. So,
when that's the hard line too, because you'll see everybody sees people with addiction problems as a blanketed statement.
Yeah.
Not everybody who has a drug addiction started out one day, I think I'm just going to go smoke crack. That's not how most of this happened. A lot of it is pharmaceutically, they got hurt, put off work for this reason or the other, whatever happens to be, and a doctor gave them these things, and it turned into what it turns into.
Nobody started on crack. Well, I suppose there might be people who started on crack, but as far as I'm aware, nobody started their drug journey just on crack cocaine. They didn't set out on crack.
I mean,
it's not like you watched Breaking Bad too many times and said, you know what, I want blue meth.
Yeah, I suppose probably a few did, truth be told.
Yeah. The thing is, a lot of people with serious psychiatric disorders in particular will self-medicate because it is so hard to get the right help and the right diagnosis.
Yep.
Well, then the health system over here is so bad that like you're getting thrown things at you, medication-wise, left and right. And I can see where people start just going, I'll just do my own things. I'm going to get handed 15 other things that are costing me $18,000 a month anyway. Not a good option, but I see what happens.
But this is where not all, but some addiction comes from.
You've got to think it's only been in the past 70 years that mental health has been seen as an illness. And probably
I would say less 50 years.
I was going to say, I wouldn't even say that long, yeah.
I mean, you've got to think prior to that, we had hospitals.
Hey, just remember, if you don't want to divorce your wife, she can actually go insane.
Exactly,
Church will take her away for you.
An asylum, yeah. And we had such great treatments as iced baths. So you'd wrap somebody up in blankets and dunk them in a bath. The tipping machine, which was basically a wooden stool that you strap somebody in and then dunked them into a bath of iced water. We had
ECT.
Yeah. We had the other one of my favourites, which I thought was a fascinating one from the medical thing, which was insulin treatment. So if somebody had, say, schizophrenia, they would inject them with insulin to cure schizophrenia.
How does that work so well?
It didn't.
It didn't work. It just caused incredible amount of damage. It caused people to go into fits.
Well, let's not forget, the electroshock therapy.
Yeah, ECT.
Michael,
electroconvulsive therapy.
An ice bath for meningitis is different. That there is a medical reason for that.
Yeah, but they let him keep his self-hugging jacket on, so it made it feel the same.
And I'll spare you, and I'm sure Martin will agree with me on this, is that electroshock therapy is still used.
Yes.
It is still used for treatment of schizophrenia.
And bipolar. And temporal lobe epilepsy.
Yep. What other great treatments were there? Just thinking about it. I mean, there's obviously locking people in cells and literally locking them up with chains and things like that. Straight jackets. You want to talk about barbaric? The mental health system certainly in the UK when it started was horrendous.
Well, I'm sure you guys have, even over there, have heard of the old Edwin Shaw Hospital over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not far from where I live. That place had the stuff that went on behind those walls, Well,
let's not forget as well that these mental health asylums, when they first started, were not run by doctors. A lot of them were run by either the church or they were privately run. You could go to somebody and you could pay to get a license to run one of these places.
And I'm sure there's nobody checking what you're doing after.
No qualifications. You didn't need qualifications, but you could run one to help somebody who had these types of problems. And
with no medical background at all.
Yeah, no background.
Yeah, no, I'm not having electric shock therapy again. Fucking hurts.
Tell you what, though, that light bulb let it rub right afterwards.
Yeah, it's where he wasn't happy where we screwed the light bulb on.
I was just telling his ass had a good idea.
Yeah, it caused me to be constipated for 3 weeks, did that?
What, the light bulb or the... No.
Yeah.
Mental health, the mental health system, it's only been in the past few years it's really improved.
I was going to say, I can literally say I have seen it improve within my lifetime.
Yeah.
There's a lot, I know, Martin. There is a lot of unlicensed doctors in America. I would personally, I don't know about shocking me. I would prefer to shock them. This is the issue.
But in America, it wouldn't do any good. It's only 110.
Yeah, but you can get.
I'm normally limited to 15 amps.
I can get it put up to 410 if I want.
Yeah, but you've got to get a license for that.
Get a three-phase system and shock them with three-phase.
Yeah, but it's still only 15 amps.
Well, surely you could get it like some 21-700s.
Oh, could
Give
definitely
you more
do.
amp.
Oh, could definitely
Give
do
you
it
more
with
amp.
21s, yeah.
There you go.
Don't tempt me, Martin. Don't tempt me.
Martin, I think they already have. Does explain the way his hair looks.
Yeah, every morning to wake him up. He's awake.
Quick, somebody jumpstart the president. Not that jump.
Stick an electrode up his.
Now you know why Melania lives in a different state.
The president's brain is missing.
We know.
Yeah, you're getting famous now, Lee. You're getting people asking for pictures with you. And it's not Crime Watch.
Although Crime Watch did ask for the money back for those pictures that they took of you.
Yep, we're all far right.
Yeah. Well, I'm far right of Stalin, definitely.
I think it was really nice. I think it was nice that he came over and asked for a picture. I thought that was cool.
So, what child did Lee, scar for life now?
No, a bloke came over with his son and wanted a picture with Lee.
Who did he think Lee was?
Dumbledore.
Ah. I feel like if you took AI and had Dumbledore playing guitar next to Lee, the actual picture, it'd probably be pretty close.
Hanky coming over and asking for pictures with you, yeah, that's never good.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You got to watch where his hands are.
I'll say it's what he's doing when he wants the pictures. That's the problem.
Why do you have the odd look on your face? You can't see his left hand.
Which is probably a good thing. It's just unfortunate for you.
That's right.
He's a strange one, is Hanky, bless him.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Oh dear, I hope he hasn't been listening to any of the lyrics I've been writing, because that's going to fucking get let up for life.
Yeah.
That's destroyed another job.
Say, put proper thought into this. He's learning to play on Lee's music.
Well, that's all right. He's safe there, but if he's listening to the lyrics, that poor little lad's fucked.
Well, that's what I'm getting at. Like, imagine put them together.
Yeah, probably not a good thing putting them together.
He's started at the right age, though. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, he's at the right age where he can really get somewhere. He can really go well. This is also truly. Oh God, what's Michael message me now?
Oh, Mike's getting bored. Watch out.
Yeah, I totally agree, Mike. Totally agree, bud.
So,
I'll
Matt,
tell you after.
Now that you put your number out there last week, any interesting phone calls over the past week?
Only Mike doing some like silent breathing, but heavy breathing.
Yeah, but he was hoping for that anyway.
No, the normal ones, just heavy breathing.
You're not getting a good morning call from Hanky every day?
No, I think Hanky had left by the time he put his number in.
Oh God. Yeah, I'd sooner Hanky didn't have me number. I mean, he can message me, but yeah.
Being able to call you at 2 a.m. is probably not the best thing.
I'd only do it a few times, especially if I was asleep.
Yeah, you do it one time, because the one time that Alana answered the phone, he wouldn't do it ever again.
Oh God, he definitely wouldn't do it if Alana answered the phone.
Just give the phone to Gwendolyn.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's so much abuse.
He'd learned some new words.
Yeah. I
mean, how's Gwendolyn swearing in Irish going anyway, Matt?
Oh, wow. Really well. Cool. Nice one, Mel.
I say it's even awful busy now that you're back working there, Mel.
Hey, Mike, don't worry about it. I put it.
Yeah, but right after you put it, Mike's reaction is, for fuck's sake, man, that's not what I meant.
I think you know what I think it is with Hanky. I think he wants attention. It's all it is. He's just got to have attention.
I mean, to be fair, how else do you explain the neon green undies at Expo?
I tried not to.
Well, let's be honest. I mean, what he was wearing and the fact he had something shoved down them at the time.
I mean, the picture was bad enough, but seeing it actually in the flesh was quite disturbing.
I was going to say that'd probably be a little bit, yeah.
I get somebody doing that once for a laugh.
Yeah. Or like every expo doing something different.
But when you're doing it every single expo, it's like it kind of, it's not funny after a while. It's kind of, I mean, it's up to him, isn't it? But best way, Lee, you don't want to hear this conversation.
Oh God, be scarred for life yeah.
Now, see, well, the issue is when he lets him use the tractor and he hit the tree. Then we have issue.
Mel on a tractor.
It'd do a little bit more damage than a forehead to a tree, I would assume.
Payback on the tree.
Right. Why'd you drive the tractor down into the park? Well, you see, there's this one tree that looks at me funny every day.
Yeah, your business is supposed to be a dick, yeah.
That's what I mean, Steve. It's a bit like, no. No.
I mean, I guess depending on maturity level of certain people attending said function, it'd be funny.
It seems to be all of them on the Saturday show are a bit like that, though. They're all a bit. Yeah. Attention seekers.
I'll be honest, I don't watch the Saturday show because it's just, it gets tedious.
Well, Mike's grateful he watches it because he wins things.
Well,
fair enough.
See, I just can't do live shows like that have that many people on at the same time because nothing actually goes as a conversation. It's very much this person or this, and
it just ends up with people shouting over the top of each other, and it's right. I'll be honest. There was. I don't know if they still have them on there, but there's definitely a few people who I'm not particularly fans of.
Well, that's the only thing. I couldn't tell you who's on it now because I haven't watched it in that long. But didn't the casters change very regularly anyway?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, they did it. They did it one time.
I'm really, really, as I've stated quite a few times, I am no fan of Bearded Viking. The South African dude. I don't like him as a person, but
just I gotta say it. Could you imagine mixing his bubble glass with the damn method?
Yeah, it turned into a damn mess.
You see, that's the good thing. On Lee's show, we get Brian on, and then Brian talks, and us three just sit back and chill out and put our feet up while Brian waffles for about 2 hours. If Brian is one of them people, you don't even have to give him a subject. He just goes off on his own, and he's waffling away for like about 2 hours, and you think, have you finished yet?
In the end of the 2 hours, somehow it gets always circled back to the beginning point.
It's great.
You learn a hell of a lot in the meantime, but
you just sit there listening to Brian waffle on about God knows what.
Well, have you rebutted something?
Oh, I like Brian. Brian's really cool. He's a cool guy.
I like Brian, but last time you had Brian on, I nodded off.
Were you on camera at the time, though, Bill?
What do you think? What do you think we were doing? Like I said, Mike, I just Brent for me is just
Well, do you remember him coming into Misfits and trying to take over on there?
Yeah.
What, trying to like jump in and start running the show, basically?
Oh, Martin, that's brutal.
Oh no.
Oh,
Martin, man, it was well done, but still.
People watch what they want. It's not my sort of show, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I just got bored with the whole scene of the vape shows.
Well, and they all got kind of the same, and at the end, and then they all just fell apart. at pretty much the same time.
Yeah. Well, there's only so much stuff you can talk about vape-wise.
Well, if you're doing a vape show like, 2016, I could see it being something you could do every week and never have an issue talking about this or that or the other. We don't have products coming out like that now.
I mean,
yeah,
at the
but
time,
2016 technology was moving fast.
But that's what I'm saying. You had something constantly to update.
You had new mods, new RDAs, you had a lot of new juice coming out. We
had innovation at that point because things hadn't been figured out yet.
Now, no. Yeah, true. It definitely is uncensored. I'll give him that. I will give him that.
You can tell that by some of the slogans they use for the thumbnails for the shows.
Yeah, there's definitely a few things. I mean, there's that bald-headed Canadian dipstick that was always on there at one time.
Wow, Herb.
Yeah, we're not. Let's not go into Herb.
Black hooded deluded Herb.
Eh?
Yeah,
And that's the thing. Like I've talked to him. I've had many conversations with him, Zoom rooms and everything. Years ago. He very much so does not come off as Canadian. Put it that way.
No, he comes off as a complete asshole.
You're being nicer than I was, but
Yeah, most Canadians are actually nice people. But
even just the way he speaks and carries himself, it's almost like, I want to say almost like Boston kind of like, aggressive mentality, just the way you want to talk to people, but it's not the same thing. It's a different, way you speak to actual people and culture, but I don't know. It was just weird.
Paul Hinchcliffe's always been a funny fucker, though.
Hinchcliffe has said some off the wall shit, like literally jumped into a Zoom room and just starts insulting people. It's like, dude, are you okay? It's like, yeah, I've had 2 bottles of bourbon already. Okay, that explains why you're being a dick as soon as you open the fucking Zoom room.
Yeah.
I think his general arseholeness increased and more pissed he got.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. No, because when he was relatively sober, you could have a conversation. You're not going to always agree with what everybody else thinks, but that's a conversation, in general. And then you get pissed and you couldn't do it.
You'll never agree with everything that everybody says. Nobody does us.
But when it turns into a conversation and then one half gets, pissed drunk and goes, no, my side is the side. And there's no pushing that wall out of their head. Well, then you have an argument.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think that's all he ever wanted was an argument.
He got it when he came on Dave's show that time.
True.
Because I let loose at him. And he didn't like it. He really didn't like it. Because he was talking a load of crap. He was just talking complete bollocks. And you are entitled to your opinion. But when your opinion is absolutely fucking ridiculous, not even comically, it's not even funny. It's just an arrogant opinion. No.
Made me laugh. That one time he had a go at me. He said the worst thing about me was I was boring because I don't post my life on Facebook. I'm like, no, I like my life how it is. I don't want to sit and post it all on Facebook.
See, that's one thing I've never understood, Bill, is people that sit there and literally update every moment of their day on whether it's Facebook, Twitter, whatever, they're using.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm already enough of trying to be a private person as I can be. I don't like people knowing every instant of what I'm doing, but it's also just dangerous. You got people, like, you could literally, go ahead, piss off one wrong person. It takes them 3 seconds to see where you're at every day, what time, how long, everything else.
Yeah.
When you see my profile picture, it's a fun picture from one of our long weekends at the field.
Yeah.
You can tell it's taken in a field because I'm sat in a fucking camping chair with grass around.
And see, even from, look at how Lee's saying it, even from a standpoint of somebody who does post a certain amount for his YouTube channels and everything else, you're still not going to put your personal life out there all day, every day.
Yeah, but have you ever noticed with a lot of those people who post everything about their life, it's actually really fucking tedious.
Well,
because it's the same shit every day.
Well, they act like they're like, I'm doing this. Dude, a lot of people that do that every day, all day, they're not happy people. I mean, to be honest, they're not happy people in themselves.
Probably not.
I'm not saying that is a general blanket for everybody that does it. It's more obviously like the influencers and this is my job, this is what I do to make money type people.
Usually find with a lot of them, they come up with opinions that are their opinions, which are fine. You're entitled to an opinion, but also by you being entitled to that opinion, if you're going to spout it, it also means people are entitled
to argue with it,
to argue with your opinion. And that's when people like, especially Paul Hinchcliffe, do not like it if somebody argues back to it.
No.
I mean, it's amazing when you common sense people with that kind of mindset, how fast they get mad.
Oh, I think it's fucking hilarious when they get mad. I think it's great. I just, and they're all into like, especially Hinchcliffe. He's all into his high end stuff. I bought this for 200 quid. That's nice.
I was thinking about that earlier. I was excited that I got a deal on the Kennedy for $65. I was excited that it was cheaper. I'm not going to brag that I spent over on something. I'm going to be sitting there. Yes, I got a good deal. Not, I just dropped 600 quid on a mod and RDA combo.
I'm fine if you want to spend that much money on something. It's up to you.
Yeah, but there's a difference, though, Matt. We've seen multiple people over the years that have done this, but the mindset of the person makes a big difference. Like, look at Village. Village bought all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
but he was never a prick about it.
No,
he gave it away.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
No, Village is about as far from a prick as you can get. It really
right, exactly. So saying it really does come down to like everything else in life. It's the person, the mentality behind the person, not anything else past that, really.
Yeah. The other one I can't make my mind up on is that Birdie.
Yeah, not a.
So you talking about what, Birdman?
Yeah. Birdman.
I've only talked to him a couple of times very shortly, but he kind of just, there's never an evenness to when you talk to him. Like, I feel like you have an issue and he can bounce from one side to the other depending on, the mood. But again, haven't talked to the guy or seen anything from him in a long time either.
Maybe it's just the way he comes across, but I mean, I've never spoken to him personally, Mike. So it's.
Well, see, think about though. No, Mike brings a good point. Think about Dave. If you had never spoke to Dave and had a one-off conversation, you wouldn't know that he was actually a nice guy.
It's very much that. It's how somebody comes across, and it's
like you guys know me pretty damn well at this point. I've had people over the years be like, you come across as like intimidating or scary, depending on the situation. Really, you don't know me very well then.
Yeah, you all know him better than Mike. That's the point.
Yeah, exactly. As who he is as an actual person, not 2 seconds on a screen that we've probably seen of him.
It's usually I've seen him is when he's been talking to Pugs, and Pugs Pugs is the same. I've spoken to him in a Zoom room a couple of times, and he seemed okay. It was when Hinchcliffe was with him.
I was going to say
he turned into a dickhead, but when Hinchcliffe went there,
don't let Graham be in the background. Then everybody turns into assholes.
I'm thinking back. Do you remember that time Pugs came into Dave's room after the show? And within 5 minutes, I fucked off because I couldn't stand the bullshit he was coming out with.
But yet, when he went and Paul Hinchcliffe sort of went away with his tail between his legs, I got talking to Pugs. It's all right. Nice guy. It's weird how some people act when they're around certain people.
Yeah.
They're like a different person, Very weird.
See, I can agree because I remember, like I said, I used to hang out with those guys in Zoom room during COVID times and everything every week. Random times during the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Pugs is not a bad dude. I think it's literally the fact of what you said. Certain people around other people they kind of act different.
Yeah. I mean, when I spoke to him, he was all right. He seemed like a nice guy. He could have a laugh. So, but from what I've seen of Paul Hinchcliffe, everything he's ever been in, when he's in Todd's room, he's the same. I bought this, I bought that, I've done this, I've got that, I've done this. Like,
yeah, but if you're going to be on Todd's space, you're pretty much going to probably do that.
Please, just shut up.
The man in the shed.
The man in the shed, yeah.
Not watched his shows for years.
Oh no.
You know what I've always held against Todd is the fact that he's so anti anything clone. Anybody who buys clones this and clones that. You started your whole fucking channel on clones.
Yeah.
It's so two-faced.
Well, and here's one thing about the whole clone debacle people have gotten to over all the years. I understand as a reviewer not reviewing clones. Completely understand that for a lot of reasons. As an individual buyer, when you want a product and you can get pretty much, if not the exact same thing, but you're not spending 200 quid for it, you got it for a tenner, maybe somewhere with the deal.
Yeah.
What's the issue with that? You're not any different of a person because you paid less for a cheaper version of something.
The only thing I'd say is if you're going to buy clones, be careful when it comes to like insulators and mechs and that they're safe. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's at your own risk. But as long as you know that, it shouldn't be a problem. And I am now going to nip to the loo. If Tyler messed it up at the start of the show.
He's been sat there with his legs crossed for an hour and a half.
No, I've got a wet chair.
Right.
And slippers.
Fair enough.
See, now we know why I got the big comfy chair. It's not about being comfy. It's really absorbent.
It's got a hole cut in it.
That's for other reasons, Bill.
But no, I'll be honest, because there's so little of interest coming out nowadays, I don't bother with vape shows.
Well, and the way, think about how it's changed too, as far as like social media for these companies. We're going to hear about the stuff, whether it was a review or whatever. You're mostly going to see it on the actual Facebook group or whatever. You're not going to see it as a review from 3 different reviewers on the same product anymore. You don't really see it.
Well, the thing is, how many reviewers have we left seriously reviewing?
Still actually reviewing?
Mike,
Grimm. Bogan is still technically fully reviewing.
An awful lot of what Grimm reviews is pods.
Well, what else is he going to review right now? To be fair.
Yeah.
But
that's the bucket empty.
There's not a whole lot of reviewers out there that are full-time doing anymore. You'll see a random review from like Matt from SMM. You'll see him every now and then. He'll put a pod review or something up. That's a rarity, But it's like a lot of people, they went to other avenues in their lives. They've moved to other things. I mean, it's not just a hobby for these guys. It was literally a career. So you can't just go, it's kind of falling apart and I'm not going to be able to survive, and eat tomorrow, but I'm still going to keep doing reviews. You got to find something else to keep yourself going.
Yeah.
That's the one, Mike.
I can't afford a Chesterfield. I just got the jigsaw out and cut a hole in this chair.
No, he used the hole saw, but it kept grabbing and he started spinning himself around the chair.
I mean, there is one fortunate thing come out of everything in the last year or so, if not 2 years. We don't see much of the Scottish Begatron.
Oh, well, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know?
I'll tell you what, because you said that. I have stuff with a T plan while I'm sleeping at night, right? Well, it's on YouTube and just cycles random. Well, for some reason, one of his reviews popped on. First off, I couldn't sleep. I woke up because, well, God. But I sat up and it's playing for like a couple minutes. Like, you don't make sense. I can't remember if it was an RDA or a mech or what it was, but you could tell there was not. You need to talk about the post screws for 5 minutes. That wasn't that important of a key point.
I saw something, and it isn't vape related. It was actually to do with audio stuff. So a bloke talking about reviewers, and it's true what he said. All of the higher end reviewers aren't doing honest reviews.
Oh no!
Right? They're doing it to make money.
Well, think about how Rip Trippers did. He was a showman, but look how much he made out of it.
So there are a few honest big REM reviewers, but not many. Whereas if you go to the smaller end of reviewers, like Mike, not Mike as in Mike's Max, when it used to be Mike Collins was Mike's Max, when Mike was doing Max and stuff. You always knew what Mike was going to say. Mike would come on and he'd go, I like this, it's fucking shit up. No, this is shit, I don't like that. That was it. Mike was just, didn't give a shit. It was blunt. It was like, yeah, I like this.
But at a time when that much stuff was getting released day after day, it was helpful.
It was just honest. And you knew if you sent Mike a message, me and Mike, that's how we got talking. I said, I'll talk to Mike about Bex, and we got chatting about it. But Mike would always give you the time of day and talk to you about shit. Big fucking difference.
So, is a name that you'll remember, and at the time meant something. Tony's reviews.
Tony's e-cig reviews.
That's the one.
You know who put a post on Facebook today?
Big Lou. Yeah.
Big Lou put up a video today of just polishing some old Hyperion, the Hyperion B1.
I like Lou. I love Lou. He's fucking funny.
He's always been a great guy.
Thing was, with Tony, you could have a very good chat with him.
I used to go on there, but it used to be you go in there just to slate him off for being a Scouser. he knew I did it, and the amount of abuse that used to go back and forwards. I mean, I got on really well with Tony. Tony's, bless him, was a lovely, lovely guy.
He was a nice bloke.
He was such a sad way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Martin, you're right about how Jay has everything when he was doing reviews. I still have. I've gotten subscribed to him on YouTube, for years. Never bothered to not be. He's been randomly going live and putting stuff up the last few weeks. I hope he's okay. I haven't sat there and watched all of them because it's not my speed of thing, but he's getting kind of ranty.
He's always been kind of anti.
Yeah, but he's getting politically ranty and the global views of things ranty. I saw it was it popped up on notification earlier. All the title was if you're not with me, you're against me.
Yeah, but look at the country you're in.
Oh, by no means wrong. And remember, he moved to Florida.
I take it Jay Hayes.
Florida.
He's a Trump supporter then.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I've never heard him actually say anything politically as far as which side he supports. He just talks about the things going on.
Yeah,
now
getting into that whole.
I've seen him have on his live shows that, like I said, never really gave much time to really watch them. But you see the different guys will have on randomly. It's very possible.
Yeah, no, you did, Mike. You did. And I understand why you sort of stopped doing the channel. I do. We've talked about it, and I just think it was a shame you did. But at the same time, things happen in life, and it's just the way it is. Things change. So,
even if you did get me addicted to Boulevard for a while.
And Bearded Lady in my case. He's a fucking knob, actually.
I seem to recall every time you guys have had any story about anybody putting you onto a good juice that you just overly enjoyed, it seems to have been Mike.
There's a few times it definitely has been Mike, yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, more than a few.
But Mike, the thing with Mike is, Mike was, without a doubt, was definitely one of the most honest reviewers there was, which I hate to say it, is probably part of the reason he didn't get bigger with his channel.
Well, companies didn't want honesty, they wanted promotion. They didn't want you saying the product was shit. They just spent how much money to make how many units of.
Well, the secret is you don't have to turn around and say, "Oh, this, LV, this mod I don't like the flavour it puts out. It's absolute bag of wank." You can say it's not good.
So you're not supposed to hit it with a hammer?
No.
Oh,
no. Don't even get me started on that thing. The whole thing with them smashing up vapes from Vandy Vape.
Okay.
And being complete twats. And Bogan was saying, "Oh, he shouldn't have done this. He's taking the piss," and he keeps bringing out the same mod and blah blah blah. They've come to him. They've offered him a deal saying, "We'll put your name on this mod. We'll pay you whatever it is per mod,
percentage or whatever." Yeah,
but I don't know, and it's none of my business. If somebody came to me and offered me that deal at the time, would I have taken it? Yes.
Yeah.
Of course you fucking would. That was just plain out and out jealousy.
Oh, the whole Tony B thing.
Tony, yeah. And at that same expo was the first year I met Bogan, when he was seen to be all right.
Yeah.
I met
Well, you could holler Sam to him, and he'd actually come have a chat with you for a few minutes, and
And I met Tony B coming out of the toilets. Don't ask. And Tony was half cut, and he was ended up standing just outside the toilets for about half an hour chatting. Really nice guy. And people say, "Oh, he just did it for the money." Let me tell you something about Tony B. Tony B does not need the money he got from vaping. Tony B owns his own recording studio. He has 51% shares in a television studio.
He's doing okay.
That guy does not need money.
What Tony B wanted to do was smash the big all-in-one.
Yeah, you were, Mike. Yeah.
He was trying to break down because it was a closed-off scene because they were so expensive.
Yeah.
He wanted to bring out a simple mechanical device of a squonker. That was it. And he did.
He wanted to do it with a squonker. He wanted to do it with an AIO, and he did.
Yeah,
sure. I still have his squonker sitting somewhere in one of my drawers.
I mean, I've got his AIO as well because it just worked.
Yep. The only issue was that first batch, the way that the top plate was, and it was cracking the plastic. But again, I don't know. I never had one, so I don't know if it's in design as much as it was people just cranking it down too hard, not thinking, "Hey, it's plastic. Let's not, let it go."
There were definitely weak points with that mod.
Yeah.
There were faults. Tony and everybody
look how many V2s of products we've seen.
Everybody went, "Oh, it's Tony B's fault." Tony B is not sat in his shed at the back of his house putting them together,
Right.
Yeah.
And then people contacting him personally, like, "Hey, you're responsible for this being a piece of crap." No.
The thing was, he wanted to smash the whole high-end billet box bullshit.
Yep.
That was his biggest thing. He wanted to smash the high-end billet box bullshit. And he did.
He did.
You look how many good AIOs now you can get for under £100.
That's not an AIO.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh, no. I can hear a pair of slippers shuffling.
You hear the song, your slippers run to the computer, can't you? But no, like as far as a very, very basic mech squonk, the Pulse was perfect what it needed to do. It had a good switch to it. The contacts were simple. It didn't need to be anything extravagant in wires. It's a mech.
I think you could run a 007.
Do it that way.
You could put a 007 in it.
The only issue I had with it wasn't that originally a 2700 mod?
Yeah.
I remember I had to persuade the contact bar a little bit for that extra mil.
Yeah, Martin, it's the same people as you had to put do not use in the shower on the hair dryers.
And KP Peanuts has a badge on it now saying "Warning: may contain nuts."
Nuts.
Well, that's like when I showed you guys the stick on the washer at the laundromat the one week. Literally, do not put child in washer, lock door, and start washer. Do not leave arm halfway inside washer, lock door with arm inside washer, and start washer.
Did you discover this after Nova was going round, or did
She was having fun, man.
The same people that
The
had
dryer was the problem.
that made battery companies put on lead acid batteries, do not drink the contents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which means
you have to be a special type of student
9
to
volt.
drink
And,
that.
hey,
Yeah.
look at
We've done it, yeah.
and of course in America on the hairdryers, do not use in shower.
I mean, I'm waiting for them to put stickers on the toasters. Do not use in the bath.
You're not meant to.
It's-
Well, the toasty
How
gets a
is-
little
how-
soggy, you know.
How else are you supposed to warm the bath up again?
Well, I kept having a problem because my knife was getting too hot. The butter kept slipping off the knife when I was trying to butter my toast.
See?
Oh, I know you did, Mike. I know that. I know you did. Do not use aerosol cans for intimate use. Steve, I don't want to know what you've been up to with your aerosol cans.
No, the scary part is he didn't say what the can was full of.
Well, he hasn't had any creaks or groans lately, so it must have been WD-40.
I was going to say,
He's not gone rusty.
Look,
you know,
at least
this
At
is not
least
why
it
they call it
wasn't-
penetrating oil, okay? This is not why they
at
call
least
it
it
that.
wasn't squirty cheese.
That poor chicken.
You're obsessed with that poor chicken, aren't you?
Dude, that was traumatizing. You can't say it wasn't.
True.
There are just some things in life that you shouldn't see.
And that
That's
was one of them. Actually, pretty much anything that involved that person.
And cooking.
And the one thing you wanted to see, there wasn't video footage of, is him vaping out the window and almost falling out the damn mech.
But what a coil builder.
What?
Please don't.
Coal builder?
Please don't.
Yeah, Mank's a coil builder.
God, dude, that was so
Well,
bad. That was
Don't
so
remember
bad.
he told us. I can build aliens.
He couldn't even keep consistent gaps in his round wire coil.
I was going to say, he couldn't build round wire.
Tell you what, though, not a single wrap touched each other, so he wasn't have any, issues there.
Brings a whole new meaning to the chicken song, doesn't it?
That's a worrying thing that used to be an instruction on some of them.
Why do I feel like this is a bad bottom sketch? Just waiting to happen.
No, it's real.
No, I know, but it tracks, doesn't it?
Yeah, do not push up bottom.
Do not put this machine in reverse, but it's got a clog.
This may be uncomfortable. Why? I just got stuck up next door sofa. Oh God.
Well, think on the positive side. You can sit down while you're standing up.
So we're not doing bottom sketches.
I put my finger in the hole in my trainer today. I've been banned from the gym from now on.
You've been watching Jimmy Carr, haven't you?
Not recently, no.
So that's one of his stand-up specials.
Well,
I must admit, he's not everybody's cup of tea, but I like Jimmy Carr.
I don't mind him.
yeah, it's funny.
No, and I gotta look who it is. There's another guy who was an Aussie guy that ended up moving to the States a while back. That's a comedian. Found him on Netflix. Funny as all hell. Again, like Jimmy Carr, be prepared before you put it on of what jokes are going to be. Again, they're jokes, but they're dark jokes. You know. Jim Jeffries. I said he's funny, but it's definitely not going to be everybody's type of comedy. You know. Given if I'm going to watch something for comedy, it's going to be for that style of comedy. I don't the proper squeak clean comedy usually just they're trying too hard to be politically correct for it to be funny.
So squeaky clean comedy is an oxymoron.
They're usually American comics, so okay. Oh,
I heard moron, so I was thinking we were talking about Monk again.
Yeah, well, he thought he was funny. Nobody else on the planet did.
Oh no, Martin. Okay, so the round wire coil incident. I wish I still had that picture somewhere.
I probably have. That's the scary bit.
You would almost think that when he made the coil, he used the cotton instead of a coiling rod.
I mean, I could probably replicate it.
I mean, do you have some wire on the floor already? Because I mean, it's where it's going to go. So I say that, and I have an entire stand full of 20 spools of wire.
Well, no, not that I want to misuse because I've got some wire kicking. It looked like something that
I think I have a roll of Geek Vape Camp doll somewhere.
It looked horrendous.
Not a fan of the first two, but I do like Rod Gilbert.
I mean, if you can't make a round wire coil,
I thought he had a seizure or something when he showed us the coil. I'm like, what happened while you were? Why is it going crooked? What happened? Were you electrocuted?
It was the fact
out of the electric socket, then make coil.
I thought, he's done a spaced coil.
Yeah, every other space.
There's like,
and then somehow I'm pretty sure that the very center coil actually had maybe one wrap that contacted the next wrap over. That
must. I mean,
and he made two of them and installed them.
Yes, but they were different.
And they were covered in.
One had 7 wraps and the other had 9.
I forgot about that. Because Matt looked at us, Bud, how many wraps did you try for? Well, I was trying for. I think he said 8. Well, one has 7, one has 9.
But the third one has 8.
No, that was like, okay, try again. But I've already made a set. Okay, no, you didn't. Try again.
Throw them away and try again.
Yeah.
What we should say is, go away.
It was better than that,
you can see the oil rubbing off the wire onto his hands as he tried to do it. Like,
do you remember he used UD wire?
Uncleaned UD wire.
The world's most famous plastered in oil, porous wire.
And what that had off flavor?
And what's the bet he didn't wash his hands before building the coils?
Or wicking or anything.
That doesn't bear thinking about.
The mind boggles to where his hands would have been prior to building them coils.
I mean, we told him he needed to clean that wire with isopropyl alcohol.
Or thermite.
Yeah. I think he drank the isopropyl alcohol.
Probably.
And then tried to make the coils.
It probably had better flavor than whatever beer, whatever you want to call that shit.
Oh, he's 3 inches.
Is that all it took? Oh, yeah. After that, he was a freaking knob even more than usual.
If he cleaned them with Steradent, I wouldn't have been a problem, Steve. These coils looked honestly like they'd been made by a 3-year-old.
it's tempting to find a 3-year-old and be like, hey, help me out here.
By a 3-year-old who didn't have something to wrap the coils round.
The intelligence of a 3-year-old?
I reckon Gwendolyn could do a better round wire build than he could.
Well, she probably could.
Well, and remember, he had no coil building tools at all, like whatsoever, right? So what did he use as like the coiling rod? What did he use to snip the wires? You said a chewing on it?
What did we tell him he should use?
Screwdriver.
The screwdriver.
He used a spoon.
No, a fork tine.
Yeah, but which end of the spoon?
You use a screwdriver, you use a nail. A set of nail clips to clip it.
Yeah.
You know, like
A screwdriver, it's 3 millimeters round.
standard.
Yeah.
He just used a pair of wire cutters. He wrapped the coil around it and
He probably just
forgot this spring open halfway.
it was when he glowed it though. I was like, what the
Oh
fuck?
yeah. Did he go on the mech or what was, because he had it, if it wasn't on the mech, it was way too high a power. Because they started trying to melt it apart as he did it.
He did put it on something because it came out at, was it a 0.2 or something?
Yeah.
Something like that.
He's also a low build. Oh, okay.
No, that ain't a low build.
Like I have a build well under that in my RTA.
I can give you a low build.
Hey, with the new batteries we have now, Matt, we could do some really stupid shit if we really wanted.
Yes, I have seen trying to Vic put a 3.5 mil coiling rod through a 3 mil coil and wonder why it wouldn't fit.
And then when he realised he had the wrong size coiling rod, stick a 2.5 mil through it.
Perfect.
And they try to adjust it, and it seems so perfectly wrapped and straight, didn't it?
These coils won't go straight.
Dude, could you? I don't even want to know the mental turmoil that John from Proper Coils went through every time he saw one of Vic's reviews using his coils.
Well, it was me that took a
He
clip
just
from
destroyed
Vic. I took a clip from that and sent it to John. And John went, "What the fuck's he doing?" I went, "Oh, and he's putting his coils in."
Now imagine watching Vic try to old school something and have to dogleg the coil.
Oh God! Imagine him trying to do a 3-post
with a airflow cap that has notches, so you can't turn it to offset it. So you actually have to line them both up to the center of the 3-post.
Yep.
Oh, better than that. Imagine him building one of the old leg cutters.
Tink.
Freak show. Tink.
Oh, the amount of times I got a build perfect for going something like that. Yeah. Oh, just a little bit. Oh, you bastard.
The Freak Show, I think, was probably the worst one.
Freak Show was terrible.
The way it was made, it was made to be a guillotine for your leg. You know.
Oh, the first iteration of the Goblin Mini RTA.
That was bad.
Mm.
Any of that.
Yeah, the trouble was the Goblin Mini, you could only build a 2.5 coil in it anyway.
Yeah, you could.
14 millimeter build deck.
Yep. Yeah.
I saw somebody on one of the last on trade site had an original Kylan B1 RTA for sale.
That's only 2016. That's a pop.
Yeah. Freak Show was 2012.
And then I'll tell you what the other funny part is. Oh, I know what that is.
Velocity.
What's that? I remember the airflow. I can't remember the name of it.
The velocity.
It's the deck that changed how
Certainly is,
things
Craig.
were built.
That is the original Velocity.
That's an original.
Yeah.
I've got two original, not clones.
Right, the actual
Original velocities.
I've got one original and one clone.
There's nothing in it between the clones and the original.
No, they're in. You can swap bits over.
I tell you what, if you get a good build in the velocity, it's a fucking good deck. Really good. Really good. You can get a really good vape off it.
Yeah, but you remember until Billy Heathen came out with the Dead Rabbit,
Everything was
everything became a velocity.
Yeah.
everything. Yep.
Apart from the occasional Doom deck.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then,
Yeah.
of course,
But most of them were velocities. Yeah, particularly in RTAs, there were loads of velocity RTAs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
which is honestly kind of impressive when you think about how some of them were put together, and you could actually still wick properly with that much of a length between your cotton and your coil going all the way down.
Yeah.
I've still got the velocity deck for the Steam Crave Supreme.
Oh yeah. Man, I forgot they came with
Yes,
velocity.
so have I.
Oh yeah, I've done all of the quad coil. I've done quad coils in RDAs. I've done all sorts of daft shit like that over the years.
One RDA that I still don't have that I want to get, and that was one of the original Mike Bapes ones that had wasn't the recurve. What did we have before that? That had this only it was technically it was dual coil, but it only had 2 post spots.
God.
I don't know why I can't think of the name of it right now.
I know which one you mean, but I can't think of the name of it.
Right.
RDA or RTA?
RDA.
No.
Oh, the Rebirth.
That
Matt
was
Scott.
after the recurve.
And here's one I prepared earlier.
That
Rebirth.
see, I never got a hold of that one. I saw one in a shop years ago, and I should have picked it up when I saw it.
You don't want to know what build is in here.
Well, dude, it was already probably 6 years old when I saw it in the shop, and they still wanted like $45 for it. I'm like, eh.
I would put that on a mat now, fire it up, but it needs wicking. I know what
use
build.
Reebok RTA in my cupboard.
I know what build is in there.
See, that's what I'm trying to find. So some of the older RDAs and RTAs that you can't find anymore because they were, I get they weren't like the easiest to use.
They've still got 3 sealed in the boxes.
Yeah. It's 0.0. It's like it's a low. It's just on, depending what you put it on, it either comes out at 0.7 or 0.69. It's a low build. It's a proper low build. It's the perfect one to give to Mank.
It's not up
Quite
up
old,
to Batman.
some old Samsung Browns.
Not quite up to Batman standard though. When he used 2 pairs of 007 coils.
Oh,
yeah. In that quad coil build, that quad coil thing.
I've never built. The lowest build I've ever done is a 0.5.
Yeah, but Mike did a 0035.
I said I don't think I went below 0.7.
I'll be back to my
Below, and that's like 0.08 usually my it's proper. You know.
I mean, I built below. I built a 0.7 was my go-to for max.
We got to think though the way batteries were. You wanted it to ramp. You know. mean,
When it has to be said,
technology itself changed so much.
Battery technology in the last year has suddenly taken a massive step forward.
I
wish I had bought them last week because they had them on sale for $350 a cell. The 10 power 21s.
Yeah.
5,000 mod, 90 amp tested battery. It's a beautiful fucking battery.
Yeah.
And
I got some of the Amprius 30s
from that battery, you know.
Yeah, I got some of the Amprius 30s, and they will take 45 amps for an 18650.
Oh, for an 18. Oh, wow.
They can put out 45 amps.
You have to send me a link to those so I can see when they'll be available, if they are available over here. Because 18s over here are a lot harder to come by lately, I found. Like the old cells are still in stock, here and there, but you're not seeing much past that.
No, you had access to a lot more cells than we do.
What, now or then?
About 3 months ago, when I went and bought a load of these Amprius cells, you had access when you bought the 10 powers.
Yeah,
but you had access to a whole load of the 18650s that Mooch had tested, and we couldn't get hold of them at the time.
Yeah, well, it depends where you go to, depending on who you trust for your batteries. You know,
because I did a purchase and it worked out. I paid about $350 a cell by setting up a trade account and buying 80 quid's worth.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I got the 10 powers, I bought 10 cells because you get a price break after 10 cells plus. And I bought them when I think they were in the site for 2 days when I got them, So I paid full, what they came out as original price was $6 a cell. The original Molly cells I got, a couple years back, those were $10 a cell.
Yeah.
And they were only 45 amps, something like that for a 21.
I was saying, Martin, it's a combination of that and all of the battery devices around the home, like vacuum cleaners and power tools.
Vibrators.
Jesus wept, stick some of those 10 powers in a vibrator. Knock your teeth out.
What do you think Tyler bought them for?
I was thinking Matt with his LiPo mod.
But no, a lot of it isn't electric vehicles. It's been because they've been trying to develop a new size of cell.
Oh, cells. I thought it meant dildos.
Well, they've probably been trying to develop that as well. I mean,
a stacked series.
Let's face it, the boss of Tesla is a complete dick.
A stacked series dildo.
Was it $26,650 for her pleasure?
You can't be sexist or his.
No kink shaming here. Apart from yours, Tyler.
Apart from your kinks just it's too far.
It's a shame.
You should be ashamed. Those poor Ewoks.
But they were very nice.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Have you seen the new films coming out that you'll be into? The new Star Wars film?
Being actually serious about Star Wars, I haven't watched anything since when they did the 3 prequels after the original 3. I haven't watched anything past that.
Mandalorian and Grogu, which is it's got Ewoks in it and everything in it. For you, for the rest of us, it's going to be like watching Star Wars. For you, it's going to be like watching something else.
Does Dallas?
Oh God, Ewok does Dallas.
You were there.
You let it there.
Ohio does Ewoks.
See, it just gets worse and worse. They got the free range Ewoks, the Ohio edition.
Ewok does Akron.
Well, go ahead. You're going to Ewoks with the clap is going to be an interesting combo, I guess.
Well, it goes with your mother's topless shots earlier.
Yeah. He's checking it now. Look,
No, I'll see what Martin said.
it's the way your mum worded it. That was the worst thing.
See, I haven't been on Facebook much today, so I haven't even seen how I heard it. You said it, but I haven't seen how
was the way it was worded. It is innocent. It is innocently put. But
well,
if
what the lovely mindset of you gentlemen twisted very quickly into.
We're not the ones who wrote it.
We're not the ones
One that perceived it that way.
She's the one who offered getting the top off.
Yeah.
As it was sunny. And she wanted to have a good ride.
Hey, to each their own.
Trouble is, she was in a Jeep, so.
Well, yeah, but what was she doing in the Jeep?
Well, yeah.
Holding on for dear life, hope we didn't fall apart.
You get a phone call tomorrow.
No, they said it kills me. I do her a wheelbarrow for the other week. Go take on the highway. It's not like horribly windy, but enough, you know. Go take up the road, drive back. I'm like, I called. I'm like, I might need to take it all apart again. Something it doesn't feel right the way it's steering. She goes, well, what's it doing? I told her. She goes, oh no, it does that. I'm like, is it because something else needs replaced? She goes, no, it's a Jeep. That's how it is. A little bit of wind, it throws you 3 feet either way. It's like, oh, lovely. So I have to principally turn the opposite direction as the wind blows, just keep a straight line. It's like that would have been good information before, I had to test drive it after doing the work on it. But,
I mean, when you drive in a car and it's all over the road, you would think, yeah, there's something wrong with this. No, that's just a Jeep.
Well, you look at the suspension and look at their actual steering linkage. You should you should not have 15 different bushing points and bearing points in just your front steering rack. That's ridiculous.
That's true.
I mean, you're asking for trouble with that many points of weakness.
What you're saying is they didn't design it right the first time, and then thought, "Oh shit, we need to put an extra bit in it."
Yeah, and then they fucked it up again.
If you look under it, I'm not even kidding. It looks like they had the original axle setup. You had your tie rod and everything going in, and they're like, "Wait, no, put a cross brace here. It's not stable enough. No, add another one. No, one more cross. No, this one going this way." Like, we'll keep bracing it until it doesn't completely crumble.
As it's nearly 20 past, you might as well call it a day and do the goodbyes.
I guess so. Whose turn is it?
That's probably mine this week. Well, as always, everybody, thanks for showing up for the show. We showed up, physically, mentally. Well, you see what happens.
You speak for yourself.
And Craig snipping someone's finger. Okay.
No.
Everybody have a good week. Take care of yourselves. Take care of everybody you can. And they said stay out of trouble if you can. That was new disposables. Yeah, have a good week, everybody. And we'll see you on the next one. Bill, say goodbyes, bud.
Right.
Shiny.
I hope everybody has a good week. The group's there if you need us. And there's nearly always somebody about. Have a good week, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your friends and family. And see you next week. Over to you, Craig.
Yeah, thank you. I'm Lydia's here, by the way, if you haven't worked out.
Well, I kind of worked that bit out.
I was wondering.
Yeah. Yeah, so as both of the gentlemen have said, thank you for joining us. The group is there as usual.
We're on the wrong show again.
That's good. There's no professionalism anywhere.
Can I finish saying my goodbye?
Yeah.
Right.
Don't let me interfere. You carry on.
Yeah, bye, Lydia. Bye. Yeah, so the
No,
group is there as usual.
What I mean, you know, you carry on, mate. You can't, where are you going?
Yeah, we'll be back again next week.
Yeah, so we're all putting again.
Yeah, if there was a way to reach to that screen, I think he would have smacked both of you already.
Yes, but there isn't.
No.
So we're safe.
See, and I'm at a good distance.
Go on. Have you finished?
I'm finished. Yes, I said bye.
Are you sure?
Passed it on. Yes, I passed it on to you. So
I'm just checking. Right, we will be back next week and be more irritating than ever, probably. See if there's anything more going on.
If it's possible.
If it's possible. Oh, it's always possible.
yeah.
Hey, if we're not, somebody's dying. Let's keep it up.
See what's going on with the vaping and tax side of things. We might be something else come out, but we shall see.
Yeah, we'll see if the FDA pulls any more behind-the-scenes news.
It'd be interesting to see what happens with that vaping taxes at the minute. But I would recommend people start getting stuff in pretty soon.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be back for that. But apart from that, if anybody needs us, usual things are there. So if you need to contact any of us, just give us a blast, and we will arrange a room or something. But for now, we shall see you all later. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Have a good week, everybody.